And one of the problems of today's society is that young people are using the skill to connect with people face to face. People are frightened of picking up the phone and having conversations.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Everything is done online, and I'm telling you, people are going to suffer as a consequence for that.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that, because exactly what you just mentioned is it's actually the reason behind the name of my podcast. So the podcast is called Let's Do Humans. So it's about communication between human beings, having a dialogue directly face to face, not over the phone or over Skype. It's actually meeting the individual, sitting down with them, having a dialogue, and then getting to understand and learning on the way. Because I struggled with education throughout school, and that's the reason why I do the podcast now, because I realised that I'm able to learn better in this type of environment where I'm actually having a discourse with you directly, instead of over some platform where I can't see you or interact with you as a human being. So it's amazing that you said that we actually.
Well, what I think is really interesting, and it's one of the subjects I'm really passionate about, that those of us of our age, we would talk, go to school, get a good education. If you get a good education, that will then set you up for a job for life. For those of us who are either dyslexic or weren't very good in terms of the educational system, we were at a disadvantage. And so the people who have prospered in the past are people who had the sort of brain that was ideal for the information age. They're fundamentally human computers. So that's, you know, accountants, doctors, barristers, solicitors. All of those are what they call left brain functions. So if you've got a really evolved, strong capacity of your left brain, you'll be really good in those areas, and that's what we call intelligence. Now, the big challenge, and you're starting to see it happen now, the big challenge is that all of those people that spent years getting an education, getting to a certain standard, those jobs, those professions could either be done by a computer.
They're being automated,
or they'd be automated. Now, those people are going to find themselves in desperate trouble. So we went through the industrial age where all of the manual workers, you know, Thatcherism and all that, they lost their jobs, and the working classes had to find new ways of doing things. It's going to happen with the middle classes. So the future is going to be those of us who have more right brain talents, those who are not necessarily good at formal education, but what they have is they're quite creative, they think outside of the box.
They're able to adapt as well.
So it's what they call, we're going from the informational age into the conceptual age. And the conceptual age is where you could defy logic. You know, you're happy in the space where you don't need to be following all these rules of things. So it's going to be really interesting, the future, for those people who have what they call evolved right brain skills. And that will be like connecting with people. Because by connecting with people, you have to learn skills of how to interact with them, how to read them, how to, you know, how to get on. Now, a computer can't tell you that sort of stuff.
Computer's quite rigid.
You know, a computer says yes or no. If you answer no to a question, you know, that's what the computer thinks is true. But as a human being, you might be able to read behind that and think, actually, there's more to this. Those are the skills of the future.